Hi there, students. Yimbyism. The Yimby movement. Okay, this is a social movement that is focusing on encouraging new housing. One of the major problems in our cities today is the affordability, the price of somewhere to live. And in many cities, it's becoming increasingly difficult to find somewhere to live that you can afford because the housing prices have been going up and up. The rentals have been increasing rapidly. And Yimbyism, yes in my backyard, it's an acronym, is the idea of encouraging new housing, but within the centre of cities, not on the outskirts, inside the cities. Yimbyism is about rezoning, is about letting people or letting builders build more houses. It's about stopping density limits. It's about stopping that you can only have one person per 100 square meters or in an area. And this Yimbyism, it's about urban development. Now, this word Yimbyism, yes in my backyard. It's opposed to the phrase NIMBY or Nimbyism. NIMBY was not in my backyard. And that is people who are opposing development in their area. For example, a friend of mine, for years he's been a very loud campaigner for renewable energy. But when he discovered that they were going to build some wind turbines half a kilometre from his house, he suddenly became an absolute NIMBY, not in my backyard, don't build those here. And he was campaigning against them building the wind turbines. So Yimbyism, Yimby is about yes in my backyard. It's about changing the urban development. It's about approving new urban development to change the way things are. Because most NIMBYs, they don't want change because they want to maintain the status quo. They don't want change. So Yimbyism is about using land that's already inside a city to build new housing, to redevelop old buildings into useful housing, and the objective of this is to improve or increase affordable housing. And if you increase the population density, then the infrastructure is going to be more efficiently used. Okay, so they want to allow denser housing, repurposing obsolete buildings, for example, converting a shopping centre, a shopping mall, into houses. And they say that cities that have used this type of policy have had large increases in the housing supply and consequential reductions in house prices and rent. So this is, some people believe that that housing is an issue of social justice. But also free market libertarians support this because they think that government should not regulate the housing supply. And environmentalists support this because it slows down the growth of cities into the natural areas surrounding them. So Yimbys, it's also good because it means that everything is closer together. The places where people work and they live, they are closer. And this Yimby or Yimbyism, it's campaigning to change the planning regulations, the rules about construction, and allowing more people to live in a certain area. Yes, this increases population density, but this is a solution because people want to live in cities. So Yimby, yes, in my backyard. Please do this. I think this movement, the Yimbyism, started in California, in San Francisco. And yes, to me it seems like a good idea because cities are where people want to go, and you can't stop people from going where they want to. Well, you can try and persuade them. So a Yimby, yes, in my backyard, somebody who supports development in the area that they live in order to increase the availability of housing. Yimbys disagree with the emphasis on neighbourhood character that's frequently invoked by opponents. It's about creating denser cities which are more affordable, more accessible, and more sustainable. So despite neighbours' protests, the council listened to the Yimby group approving the construction of a new apartment complex. Okay, and this is about Yimby. So as opposed to NIMBY, not in my backyard. Yimby, formality. I think I'm going to give it a 5 in formality. Use it anywhere. You'll probably have to explain it. So, Yimby. Bye for now.